Hey guys, Artosis here, and I'm bringing you a very special game here today from the ladder. We have Flash playing, but he's playing his Protoss. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my god. I have no idea what's going to end up happening in this game because his opponent is extremely strong. You guys may not have heard of Ashley, but Ashley is a really strong Terran on the ladder. He's been top 10 on the ladder multiple times over the years. He hasn't made it into ASL yet, right? He's one of those guys that I talk about a lot that just he hasn't quite bridged that gap, but an extremely, extremely strong Terran player. So this is going to be a hard one, even for Flash. Of course, Flash, you know, being the greatest player of all time and a Terran main. Well, he is pretty darn good at the other races. And I'm just excited to see exactly what he's going to be pulling out here because his Protoss, there was once upon a time, I need to mention this, you know, this was several years back before he did his random run. Flash started playing Protoss on the ladder. And at the time, his Terran account was #1 on the ladder, and he got his Protoss account to #7 on the ladder. That was the highest that I saw them both at the same time. And he actually had the second highest win rate for an account that had like more than 50 games out of Protoss players. Only Shuttle actually had a ladder account with a better win rate than him. So pretty damn impressive. He certainly has very strong Protoss. We're on Polypoid. I can't wait to see what he's going to do. Guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Please make sure you leave a comment and give a little like to the video as well. Helps a lot. So Flash gets down here. Look at this. Immediately offensive pylon. Gonna go ahead and block this mineral patch. This is actually like really problematic for Terran players, just so you know. It's not only do you have this in your way and you can't mine this patch, but as you get oversaturated, SCVs will start to walk all the way around to try to get to this patch, and it really messes up your mining after a little bit. Now, some good micro there from Ashley. Deals actually some hull damage to the probe of Flash. Flash right now just popping out, or rather, see, I'm like getting ready to cast this Terran player as if it's Flash. But yeah, going ahead and making a Marine here. Probably time to kill these pylons off with more than one SCV attacking. Ashley's going to put a few more in there. The probe going to try to get away. The Zealot is coming down now as well. So probably the probe will just go meet the Zealot and then come back up is my guess. No, actually just going to continue to run back around. In the meantime, Ashley attacking the pylon over here, just kind of being annoying, watching how many Zealots pop out. That's the main thing this SCV is doing. There is a cybernetic score on the way. And don't forget, as these pylons die, one dies. As the second one dies, we're going to get a supply block. Right? Unless Flash makes that additional pylon at home. And in fact, he does get that started. Up comes the Zealot as well. But against 3 Marines, I don't think you're going to stay very long. Gets a couple hits. Oh, look at that. Pulls back and gets the SCV building that factory. I tell you, Flash knows exactly what is annoying for Terran to deal with because that's exactly what he's doing and runs away at the appropriate time. I was actually surprised he got that SCV, but it did pop out at a really silly angle. So Flash gets that kill. And honestly, looking at this, like I wouldn't actually be nervous at all as Ashley. I actually kind of like Ashley's position a little bit. You know, Flash, he hasn't really lost anything. Well, he lost the two pylons that he put in the mineral line, but that's always going to be the case, right? But like this is a very healthy amount of Marines. He's actually, it looks like he's going to go for a tank, which could be deadly. A tank with those Marines this early on before Dragoon range is done could be tough to deal with. But I think Flash can read what's going on here pretty darn well. Ooh, trying to block the scouting of this, and does actually bring a probe to the ramp. No! Oh. Okay, well, he does kill the SCV. Funny how quickly I'll root against a Terran player when it's Flash playing Protoss. But anyways, he kills off the scouting SCV, throws his Nexus down afterwards. The probe being on the ramp, like that could have been sent when he saw the SCV coming towards here, but I think you look at that as actually say, okay, he's probably expanding. Mines and a tank on the way. So this is turned into an FD Terran push. FD is fake double, which stands for fake 2 factory, right? So that's just what the Koreans named these things. And so like basically 2 factory Terran pushes on one base used to be a very popular build. It almost doesn't exist anymore. But you know, in its place came the FD push, where it looks like you're doing that, but you actually expand behind it, right? So this kind of looks like it might be a one base all in, but it's not really. It's a kind of a slow expansion. You can see the SCV has come down for Ashley. He is going to go ahead and expand, but this push does need to do something because the command center is going to be massively late compared to Flash's Nexus. Now, more Dragoons are going to be coming out. There's 3 Dragoons here, so he can't quite one-shot anything. This is a big problem for Flash right now. And, well, the Zealot, like, eats up quite a bit of time there. It eats up quite a bit of damage. Ooh, gets rid of that mine. And now he does have the 4 Dragoons. 4 Dragoons here is extremely strong because they one-shot Marines and they 2-shot tanks. So he's got exactly the right amount to shut this down. Some mines coming out here. Siege mode is on the way, so there's maybe a possibility that Ashley can continue the push. A second Vulture is coming up. Another tank is on the way as well. So, like, maybe he'll try to continue to push, but honestly, I think this is mostly done, right? Observatory has just finished an Observer on the way for Flash as he goes into 3 Gateway Dragoon. 3-Gate Dragoon is, like, basically the safest that you can be other than going for a Reaver, right? Like, this is a very quick way to get a lot of Dragoons out. It kind of slows down your third base and everything, but he wants to be able to overwhelm. Ashley has decided, you know what? We're going to push this. You know, maybe he feels like he didn't do enough with this FD push. I think that's definitely correct. Like, he did make Flash adjust the build quite a bit into a super safe one, but it doesn't feel particularly good. Now, this is a pretty darn good setup. He's actually under a tree, which gives you some high ground cover. And then he has a good amount of Marines in there. Look at that. He actually bottlenecks all the Dragoons trying to come in. Oh, my God. And look at all the missed shots. That tree is winning this game right now for Ashley. Look at the amount of missed shots. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? That was an absurd amount of missed shots. Yeah, you guys, I don't know if everyone's aware of this, but trees, any doodad that you can hide something under, it gives cover, just like it's high ground. Okay, so that's why you saw all those missed shots. You don't see many trees on maps nowadays, but just something to mention, right? That actually made a huge difference in this game so far. Flash should have at least 2 more Dragoons, but he doesn't. So Ashley really utilizing the terrain magnificently here. Has killed a lot of Dragoons. He's basically safe at home. These 3 Dragoons are not that scary, right? He's got a tank and a Marine. You know, you can pull SCVs if you really need to as well. But this push is mostly done. Without the siege tank, you can't really do anything. Ranged Marines will just kill ranged Dragoons will kill the bunker very easily. So really, this is, well, I mean, he's still trying to get some damage. In the meantime, 2 Dragoons being dropped off elsewhere on the map by Flash. Flash going up into Reaver here as well. Some missile turrets going up for Ashley at home. And yeah, it looks like he's going to come in and try to flank you. You can see all those missed shots once again. Absolutely insane. So basically, Flash utilized his shuttle to drop off some additional units for a flank on this. And he will be able to knock this out. You know, the Marines dealing the damage that they can. But Flash ends up holding the push. He's not going to die. Let's take a look where we're at in this game. Flash leads by 13 workers. That's pretty significant. He's getting his 3rd Nexus up. He's got a Reaver now. He's got 2 Zealots in that shuttle. You know what? Ashley still already has turrets in good places. So Ashley's actually, totally fine right now. Getting up into Academy, has +1 started. You know, I think he's actually recovered reasonably well. The only thing that's really bad here is the worker count. The fact that Flash is up 14 workers, that's a huge amount to be down. And, you know, Flash is going to get up to exactly what he wants worker-wise. He'll probably get up into the mid-60s pretty quickly and just macro into mass gateways. Because, like, from here, when you're a bit behind on SCVs as Terran, like, it's going to be a little bit harder to add your factories, a little bit harder to get up to 5 and then to 7, and to push out and take that 3rd base. And, you know, if you're going Speed Shuttle Reaver, you're kind of forcing a lot of missile turrets there, too. That's really annoying to have to build. So, yeah, my best guess here is that Flash will just go into pretty heavy gateway macro and, you know, just kind of hold this area and not allow Ashley to go anywhere. You know, it's a very good way to follow up to these Reaver builds as well, especially if you've got a bit of an edge. So right now, Ashley is adding on 3 more factories. So getting up to those 5 facts. And that is a little bit slow on those, by the way. Okay, so like in a more normal game with a normal timed expansion, if you're going 5 factory, you'll add these 3 factories around 8 minutes. So they'll be done around 9 minutes, 9 minutes, 30 seconds. Whereas we can see here, we're like a full minute late on these. So a little bit rough. Flies over the turret now, decides, you know what, we're going to go in there, get some Reaver harassment done. Drops off that Reaver, and ooh, all right, already a decent shot there. Let's see what Flash's Reaver micro looks like. All right, very decent shot. Nothing here to tank, by the way. There's no additional Zealot, which is normally what you have. And gonna drop here and probably target that one. Nice, nice. And I think the Reaver is almost done. Like, there's Goliaths on the way. As soon as Goliaths pop out, there's nothing else you can really do with the Reaver at that point. You're just going to have to drop it out and hope that you get a lucky Scarab, something like that. But you notice that Ashley right now is stopping Flash from dropping it, because if you drop it anywhere, it's going to take enough damage to die, it looks like. Well, it might be time. And drops it out. Oh! Yeah, it doesn't quite get a Scarab. So that's going to be it for the Reaver. Going back to Flash's side of the map. Yeah, he's got a good 7 gateways up right now, still pumping out of his robotics, getting a +1 attack. 4th base on the way. Starting to move forward with double speed shuttle here. A lot of Zealots in those shuttles. And he does have Zealot legs as well. Look at the supply right now. Look at Flash's macro. 65 probes. 144 supply against 47 workers. And 73 supply. He has literally doubled a top 10 ladder Terran supply 12 minutes into the game. Oh, man. The only reason there's no Protoss Boneja is because Flash played Terran. This is pretty crazy how much Flash has right now. Kind of a funny place for him to stand. He might just be looking to do like a counterattack type play. He might be, you know, maybe he's styling right now on poor Ashley. But Ashley's going to have to really turtle it if he wants to survive through this. Like, I don't think there's anyone on open ground that you could ever hold this. But, like, if you wait for a couple rounds and move out, maybe you'll have a chance. Oh, you know why he's standing here? Because you'll never scan here. It actually just occurred to me. It's actually a helpful thing to watch the best player in the world that you know is smarter than everyone else, because you can learn from stuff like that. I'm like, why is he standing there? Is he styling? No, Artosis, you dummy. It's because Ashley will scan places like here, 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 here. Those are places the army would regularly be. Here, never. Literally never. So Flash comes out now. Ashley has no idea where Flash is. And here we go. Attacking in kind of a crazy line here. Drops with 3 shuttles on top of everything. A flank of Zealots comes down. Brilliant play there from Flash, showing that his Protoss is still top tier. Thanks for watching.